Welcome to Aquarium and Reptile Depot in Citrus Heights. I want to show you some new products that we got in the store. We actually been carrying a lot of new Hygger products. They're actually a new company and they're actually always coming out with new stuff. We actually got these new cost-effective cross-flow water pumps, and we also got the new waste collector. I don't know if you guys saw this on TikTok, but this is awesome. It only works for bare bottom tanks, but it cleans everything off the bottom so you don't have to gravel vac it, but you have to have a sump for that. One thing, they have the new cross flows. I don't know if you guys are familiar with these. These are called gyres. So they're circular flow. There's actually not a company that developed a small one yet, and Hygger actually did. I highly recommend something controllable. People always ask us what power head do they recommend for their tank. It's actually very hard for us to figure out because it depends on how your rocks are in your tank, how big your tank is. A lot of these are AC, so they're just one speed. If you get something that's adjustable, you can actually go 0 to their max gallons per hour. So you're gonna get the right flow. There's also another question people always ask is how many should they get in their tank? I always recommend always having 1 to 2. 2 ideally, so you can always get cross flow. So all the waste never just settles in one spot. You can just get one power head, make it go as strong as possible, but it's only gonna blow on one side. But if you get 1 or 2, you can actually do 2 and your filter will catch everything. Some other new Hygger products that we got are like mini filters that go in the tank. It's always a good thing to have as a secondary filtration to your hang-on filter. For all your plant lovers, we actually got this new plant kit. It comes with the curved tweezers, straight tweezers, a soil spade, and cutters. It's super important to have good tools whenever you're trimming your plants so you don't hurt the plants, and you can always fix things in your tank with these tools. One other thing that Hygger came out with is an electronic cleaner. Yeah, this is so awesome. There's actually different brushes to clean different things in your tank versus just using a hand scraper just like this, which is still good. This is really good to use like on the side of your silicone. Never use like a metal blade because that could totally damage the silicone on your tank. One important tool that I always recommend for all fish keepers to have is a cleaning magnet. I'll show you guys on some of the examples of cleaning magnets that we have in the store. Why I think this is so crucial is you don't have to stick your hands in the tank. You just never know what's on your hands. Even though you wash it before soap, I see some mechanics here with oil on their hands, that could really affect the tank. But these magnets, all you do is just scrape it. One thing cool about the Hygger one, it has a scraper for hard algae, and it has like a Velcro felt for soft algae on the tank. And you just start cleaning in the tank really easy. So this is the Hygger cleaning magnet. I was gonna show you guys how you can do it. Super easy to use. I always recommend scrubbing the tank before doing a water change on the tank. It makes it really easy because all the waste falls to the bottom and you can gravel vac it. So with the cleaning magnet, you always wanna go with the silicone. You never wanna cut into the silicone. One crazy thing about the magnet is that you can go in different corners to make it work. So you don't have to stick your hands in the tank. Always look, if you're doing the sides, always look from the front angle to clean your tank. I'll also show you guys another magnet I recommend for saltwater aquariums. Super nice to have. It's made by Flipper. They have 3 different sizes. For the Hygger, they have 2 different sizes. This is the large one, and we're using it for a 118-gallon tank. This is the magnet I recommend for saltwater aquariums. It's called the Flipper. There's different ones. There's a nano, there's a medium, and there's a max. So one thing I like about the Flipper for saltwater is you'll get coralline deposit on the glass. Why it's super important, because if you get the wrong magnet, you can scratch a tank. So this one has the scraper built in, and on the other side, it has a pad, so you're not scratching the tank. So what I recommend doing is usually scraping the coralline off first, and then using the pad. So how you activate the pad is, you actually flip it around, and now you're on the pad side of the aquarium. Something with the magnets, you can actually always keep it in the tank. Never leave it out because it can get damaged. What I usually do is I just put it on the side of the tank and I just leave it there. Hygger is actually coming out with Reptile products now. They actually have a humidifier. We actually have this one hooked up to our front paludarium setup. Super good to have. It's been keeping the plants growing great from they're not drying out, because we also have a heat lamp in there, because we do have geckos in there. So one thing to have from a lot of powderiums, I recommend getting a humidifier. Also, if you have frogs, it's always good to keep that. It's been getting so warm, it's super important to keep the humidity higher in our terrariums. So this will actually do it. We have humidifiers, and we also have misters. That's really good to have. We have all the examples in the store. We actually carry the Nimbus. This is a great mister to have. We love our S1000. I've been doing a bunch of upgrades with it. As you guys know, I did the hydros. I actually added a new Kessel Refugium light. It did have an H80 on there. I actually put the 360, something stronger. As you can see, it's growing the Chaeto. A lot of you guys are gonna ask, what is a Refugium? A Refugium is actually something that goes, there's different options. You can buy a hang-on Refugium or a Refugium that goes in the sump. It absorbs nutrients out of the water because it's actually a plant. It's actually really nice to have. For a Refugium, to make it work properly, you have to have some nutrients in there. Some people have really low nutrients, so the Refugium won't do as well. It also maintains pH in a tank. One thing with a Refugium, you guys don't notice it when you guys usually come in the store because the lights are usually off. The lights for a Refugium is usually on at night. It flips with the display light so you can monitor the pH. We actually have a Refugium in a couple of our reef tanks. Whenever you guys want to come by, you guys want to see it, just ask me, I'll show you guys. So people that don't have a sump and want to do a Refugium, Aqua-Ready actually makes a hang-on Refugium. Great to have. I also forgot, Refugium actually helps grow pods because the pods can actually live in the algae and can populate in the tank. Pods actually clean the tank and also feed your fish. So these are the pods I was talking about. Always good to culture these in a saltwater tank. It cleans the tank and it feeds your fish for your tank. A lot of people ask, what are those white things jumping around in my sand? It's actually these guys. Mandarin gobies eat them, tangs eat them, angels eat them. That's why you always see fish grazing at the rocks. They're actually eating these. These ones actually clean the algae off rocks in the gravel bed. Great to culture the tank with. Don't forget guys, we're Aquarium Co-op retail partner. We carry all their supplies. I'm actually gonna go. I have to open the door for Jason because he forgot his keys. I'll see you guys on the next video.